こんにちは。IALC 学校紹介動画をご覧いただき、誠にありがとうございます。IALC 日本マーケット担当のバーンめぐみと申します。IALC は日本名を世界語学学校協会といって、世界20カ国にある独立経営及び私立の語学学校の品質を厳しく審査し、認定している非営利団体です。現在では20カ国から10の言語を教える約140の語学学校が認定を受けています。本日はドイツのレーゲンスブルクにあるIALC認定のドイツ語の学校ホリツォンテのプレゼンテーションを担当者のリアさんに英語で行っていただきます。レーゲンスブルクはバイエルン州にある人口約15万の町で11世紀から13世紀にかけて中世の最盛期に建てられた歴史的な建築物が今日でも町の至るところに見られる人気の観光地でもあります。旧市街は世界遺産に登録されており、4つの川が交差するロケーションや、手入れの行き届いた公園の緑豊かな素晴らしい景観もレーゲンスブルクの個性的な魅力となっています。また、美術館や博物館、趣のあるショップや飲食店なども多くあります。ホリツォンテは少人数でアットホームな学習環境が魅力の学校で、学生寮が併設されていることもあり、便利に安心して留学できる環境を提供しています。それでは、これからホリツォンテについてリアさんに詳しくご紹介をいただきます。リアさん、ご準備がよろしければ、プレゼンテーションをお願いいたします。
こんにちは、私はレアです。Thank you so much, Megumi, and thank you everyone who is watching this recording.I'm very pleased about your interest in Horizonte and our German language courses. So without further ado, I would like to share my presentation and tell you more about learning German in Regensburg and Horizonte. So you can see here a panoramic view of the city of Regensburg with the river Danube and the iconic stone bridge, which dates back to the 12th century, and as well the Gothic cathedral, which is another iconic and important monument of the city. And I know that Regensburg is not that famous, so you might not know exactly where it is. So I would like to show you. We are at the northernmost point of the Danube in the south of Germany in a state called Bavaria. We're around 100 kilometers from Munich and from Munich airport. We're near the border with Czech Republic, so Prague is just 3 hours away. We're close to several other important cities in the south of Germany, such as Nuremberg, Bamberg. We're close to the Austrian border as well, so Salzburg is also within the distance you could do a day trip to. We are around 5 hours from Berlin, so I hope this gives you a first idea of where the city of Regensburg is located. In terms of the location of the school within the city, you can see the city center in this picture, and the school building is highlighted in red in the bottom left area of the picture. So the school and residence is inside the building, but we do not occupy the whole building. We're a small school, so we occupy, let's say, 1.5 floors of the building. And the smaller tower of the building is where the school is located. So we have 8 classrooms in that building, all with windows and quite spacious and light rooms. And in the long part of the building is where the rooms are located. So it's our on-site residence, which is also, of course, in the city center and very comfortable for students because they are right next door to school. And it's 1.5 floors because most of the room are in the 4th floor. But we also have little shared apartments in the 2nd floor of the building, the larger part. And well, Horizonte has been offering German language courses since 1986. And we've always put a lot of focus into the quality of our teaching. So our teachers are all highly qualified, committed, and experienced teachers that really like what they are doing. At Horizonte, we get students from all over the world. So the nationality mix is actually quite nice because you really get to know people from all parts of the world. Our average age is between 25 and 30 throughout the year. In summer, the average age is a bit lower. I would say between 23 and 26 maybe. That's because many European students especially take the chance to come in their summer holidays and brush up their German for a few weeks. And the minimum age is 17. So we only offer courses for adults and yeah, adults of all ages. So young adults from 17 to their mid-20s. And we've had students that were 80 years old at the time they were doing the course. So there's not really a limit. And we offer all levels from A1 to C1 throughout the year in small groups of maximum 12 students. And the school can host a total of about 80 students at a time. These are the nationalities we commonly receive. So you can see that there are some greater part of English, Spanish, and English and Spanish speaking people. We get students from all over Europe, so Italy, Czech Republic, due to its proximity to Regensburg. And we do get around 8% of Japanese students. And the biggest part is others, which means that it's really all different nationalities that you could imagine. Our course program consists in different German language courses. So the most basic course would be the standard course. It includes 20 lessons per week in the morning in small groups with the maximum of 12 students. Like this is the standard course. I will tell you some more details like timetable and things like that in a few minutes. But this is the basic course at Horizonte. Then we offer more intensive programs like our intensive course. This one is an additional 10 hours in the afternoon. So it's always in addition to the standard course in the morning. And the 10 lessons in the afternoon would be in mini groups of 2 to 4 people. And they all have the same level. Our intensive courses plus are an option if the students would like to add intensive courses in the afternoon, but would like to study alone. So he or she can add 5 or 10 lessons per week, which is either the intensive course plus 5 or plus 10. Also in addition to the standard course in the morning. Another option are our one-to-one German lessons for people who don't have that much time or would just like to do a few individual lessons in the afternoon or evening, or even in the morning if it is possible. We also offer in-house German exams. We offer TELC exams from B1 to C1 regularly, and always offer an exam preparation course during the 3 weeks prior to the exam, which is also in the afternoon, so people could, if they want, join the standard course in the morning, do like general German, and in the afternoon prepare for their exam. And we are also accredited by Erasmus Plus and offer teacher trainings. That means that foreign teachers of German can come to study with us and do a teacher training, and it is funded by Erasmus Plus. Then our standard course consists in 20 lessons per week, and they take place from Monday to Friday in the morning from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. with a 30-minute break of from 10:30 until 11. There are a lot of cafes, for example, right in the same building in the ground floor, there's a library with a small cafe where our students enjoy having coffee during the break. And we also have a coffee machine and a small kitchenette at the school where students can prepare their lunch or have a small coffee. And our groups are, the group size is an average of 6 to 8 people with a maximum of 12. And as I mentioned before, many mixed nationalities and age groups. There's a very friendly and unbureaucratic atmosphere at Horizonte. Since we are a small school, the personal contact with our students is very important, and it's also very easy since there's never too many students. We usually know everyone, and well, we are there for anything they need. If they need help, they can always come to us, and we will do what we can to help them with whatever they need. And our teachers use different teaching methods. All of them are very effective, and they mix different types of methods, like modern ones with rather traditional ones. We do work with books, but our teachers also include a lot of their own material, like newspapers, articles, videos, audio, and anything you could imagine. And our classrooms are also equipped with modern media, so they can, of course, access the internet and show different kinds of things. But they also like to work with traditional blackboards. So we try to include all these different things. Okay, so our main goals are to make our students develop skills in written and spoken German. So what our teachers try to do is make every student speak in class and lose maybe their fear of speaking because they are afraid of making mistakes, and make them feel comfortable while speaking, which is the only way to get better at it. And also, it is very important for us to to give students an introduction into social, political, and cultural situations in Germany. So they get not only knowledge of the language, but also of the culture and history and the whole German experience. In terms of accommodation, we offer accommodation in our on-site student residence and also homestay. And all of our families are located within 20 minutes maximum by bus from the school, most of them even 20 minutes by foot. And they offer single rooms for our students with or breakfast or with half board, and well, enjoy hosting our students from all over the world as well. Nonetheless, most of our students choose residence accommodation due to the convenience it offers, being right next to school and right in the city center. The student residence, which is right next door to the school inside the same building, is, of course, as well as the school, in the heart of Regensburg's historic center, which means that it's surrounded by many restaurants, bars, cafes, small alleys, and well, it's a nice atmosphere to live in the center of a historic city. The rooms are fully equipped, and most of them, well, the ones in the 4th floor have their own bathroom. The ones in the 2nd floor, as I mentioned, are shared apartments, so 2 to 4 students share their bathroom and kitchen. And in the 4th floor, there's one big shared kitchen for all the students, but they all have their own private bathroom. Every room also has their own fridge and kettle, so students can keep their food inside of their room. There is no possibility of stealing food from someone else, or having to be suspicious that someone else is eating their food, because they can keep it in their room and just take it to the kitchen on the same floor and cook it there. Yes, so same building as a school, as I said before, and everything is within a few minutes walking distance. The shared kitchen is like the heart of the residence, because it's the place where people come together. They do have their privacy in their own rooms, but if they want to be with other people, if they want to share food, if they want to have a conversation, they just can go into the kitchen and the common area, which is connected to the kitchen. And there's always someone to have a chat with or share some food with. And there's a dining table in the common area. There are some board games that some people enjoy to play together. And it is also a nice place to speak German, because since there are people from all over the world, German is the only common language they have. So they are forced to speak German, which is great for their progress, and they can apply what they learned in class. There's also a washing and drying machine in the common area. And there is, of course, Wi-Fi in the whole building. This is well, these are some images of the residents. First of all, the background picture shows the building of the residence and school. So you have the like longer yellow building in the middle of, well, in the center of the picture. This is where the rooms are located. And the greenish tower that you see on the end of that building is where the school is located, also in the 4th floor. So people just go down the hallway from the residence and they get right to the school. And these are some images of single rooms and one image of the shared kitchen. And maybe some key facts about Regensburg. It is a very green city, it's clean, and it is also very safe. It's bike friendly, also walking friendly, but most people that live or are from Regensburg, they go anywhere by bike. We have a large variety of social events, cultural activities, sportive activities. There is always a lot to do within the city. We have around 150,000 inhabitants, and we are a university city. So in addition to these 150,000, we count around 30,000 university students that make it a very lively place. So there are a lot of young people, also international people, studying in Regensburg and enjoying the charm of our city. We also have the River Danube, which is great to spend some time on the riverside, take long walks, go by bike, and or even just watch the river flow. There are also some destinations you can reach by boat. One of them I'm going to show you later on. So what I didn't mention before is that Regensburg is a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2006. This is because of the very well-preserved historic city center. So many buildings and like the city base dates back to the medieval times. Another important thing to mention is that we have a lot of culture in Regensburg. So compared to big cities, I would say it's more authentic because it's a small city. Bigger cities are often very international. They have many influences of different cultures, of different languages as well. So while in Berlin, you might hear a lot of English and different languages, in Regensburg, the main language is German. And since we are located in Bavaria, you might also hear some Bavarian dialect, which is quite hard to understand. But Regensburg is big enough, and due to history, it has always been an important city where many people from different parts of Germany came together to do business, to trade. So the dialect is strong in the surroundings, like on the countryside, but within the city, the German you hear and speak is actually quite pure. And we have typical Bavarian food and traditions. like you may know the Oktoberfest that takes place every year in Munich. We have like a smaller kind of Oktoberfest that is called Duld, and it takes place twice a year even. Once in May, which is a great time because it's starting to get warm, it's springtime, people are keen to get outside, to enjoy themselves and have some delicious German beer. And one in the end of August, which is also nice to like in the end of summer, get together with some friends and enjoy this festival. And the atmosphere in general in Regensburg is, well, authentic and very welcoming. I would say the south of Germany, in comparison with the north, is feels a bit warmer. People are friendly and welcoming. The town is vibrant and lively. There's a lot of things to do, especially in summer. The squares and alleys in the center are always full of people. We have a lot of restaurants and bars with terraces. So it's a really, really nice atmosphere to be in. And as I said before, it's green. We have a lot of parks. Actually, the whole center is surrounded by kind of a belt of parks and a little walking trail. Which is also full of trees, and it is clean and safe. Also, in my opinion, the size of the city is the perfect size for a city. It is rather small in comparison to Munich or Berlin or the bigger cities, but it is big enough so you don't get bored. There is a lot of things to do, and all of these things are within walking distance, which is very comfortable and also economic, because there is no need to pay public transport if you live in the city center. And our activities include many of these possibilities. So we take our students to museums. There are different libraries where people can go and read or study. There are theaters, different festivals. Apart from the beer festival, which is like the little Oktoberfest I talked about before, we have several festivals or events in the summer, or not only summer, maybe from May or June till September. So yes, mainly summer. That are a jazz festival, open air concerts, wine festivals. Every 2 years there is Bürgerfest, it's called, which is just a festival of the whole city, like the festival of Regensburg, you might translate it maybe, which is a long weekend from Thursday to Sunday, where the whole city is packed with open air concerts on different squares, food stands, music, handmade things you can buy, which is a real highlight. And it is in June every 2 years. So yes, as I said, there's always a lot to do. In winter, there's not that many events because it's cold, but we have the Christmas markets starting in November until Christmas, which is also nice. And of course, snowy Regensburg also is quite charming. And you can go biking or hiking in the surroundings, along the river or in the forests nearby. And the nature around and in Regensburg is quite nice and diverse. So we have the river, we have lakes nearby, we have forests. The national park of the Bavarian Forest is just around 1 hour away, and many parks inside the city and next to the river. And these are some of our most popular activities. So we offer excursions to the surroundings, so nearby monuments, nearby places of interest, such as the Kloster Weltenburg, which is a monastery where they brew their own beer. The monks used to brew and still brew their own beer there, and there's a beer garden, and it's actually a really nice day trip that we offer. It's my favorite because it includes all different kind of things. So there's a little hike along the river, then it goes through a part of forest. We cross the river by boat and have lunch in the beer garden, try the delicious beer they make there. And there's also a little chapel or church that is quite interesting. And then we go back by boat on the river. So this is a really nice activity that we offer in summer to go on Saturdays. We also do local wine tasting. The festival I mentioned before, the Regensburger Duld, which is the small Oktoberfest twice a year. We do sports like ice skating, hiking, some indoor climbing, bowling, and many more. Every Monday, we take our students to a beer garden in summer, and in winter we go to different typical restaurants. That is every Monday evening, so new students that arrive can connect with other students, can get to know people from different classes, and can start to practice their German right away, and also try some local food. And well, all different kinds of museums that are present in Regensburg. We have a relatively new one that is especially about the Bavarian history. We have historic museums and yeah, different kinds of museums, and a lot of sightseeing inside the center, going to visit the church, the cathedral, and several other places of interest. And these are some interesting places in the surroundings. The picture in the top right is the monastery I talked about, which lies on the river, and well, you can see a lot, but inside this building is where the beer garden is located, and we usually spend some time on the little beach that you can see in the picture, and it is just beautiful. And it is actually located in on the narrowest part of the Danube. So this is also quite interesting. When we go back by ship, there are some interesting facts that they share about the river and this special area of it. And also the Bavarian forest, as I said before, is quite near. Cities like Munich, Nuremberg, Passau, Bamberg, Prague, and Salzburg are close by. The Valhalla is in the bottom right, the picture in the bottom right, which is also a really impressive monument to visit. This is actually just a 30-minute boat tour from the city center, which we also do a lot in summer. And when you go up there, there's a precious view over the valley and the river, and you can see the city. And on good days, you can even see the Bavarian forest. Yes. So to sum it up, why we recommend studying with us, or why students should choose Horizonte. First of all, because of the quality and experience in German teaching, the quality which is also assured by or due to our membership of IALC and some other associations. Another association called FDSV, which is just for German schools. And another important point is our on-site residence and the location in the city center. First of all, due to the comfort it offers and due to the special atmosphere it creates to be living in the historic city center and sharing it with other students from all over the world. And of course, the beautiful, historic and safe city of Regensburg, which is a unique destination and will offer an authentic experience to international students due to, well, its smaller size and less international atmosphere. So I think that is it. So I hope that I could give you an idea of the city of Regensburg and of our German language school, Horizonte. And we would really love to be welcoming many Japanese students in the future. And before I say goodbye, or well, I will say goodbye, and then I would like to show you a video of a typical day at Horizonte, which should give you another view or another idea. And I would love to hear from some of you soon. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Spain. Matthias, USA.
Rachel, Ireland.
Ana, Brazil.
Oscar, Guatemala.
Samantha, Venezuela. Mizue, Japan.
Thank you very much, Megumi.
リアさん、ありがとうございました。とても素敵なプレゼンテーションでしたね。ご視聴いただいている皆様には、フリトンテと、ドイツ語の留学にご興味を寄せていただけるきっかけになりましたら幸いです。ご質問がございましたら、ぜひお気軽にリアさん、またはIALCにお問い合わせをいただければと存じます。本日は、学校紹介動画をご覧いただき、誠にありがとうございました。Thank you, Leah, and goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye. I hope to talk to you soon.